Welcome guys to this video. This is Automation Gizmo YouTube channel. Please like, share and subscribe. So in this video we're going to be looking at PLC to PLC communication for Allen Bradley, and we'll be looking at produce and consume tags. So produce and consume tags is a way by Allen Bradley can exchange data. Two Allen Bradley PLCs, compact logics or control logic, can exchange data with each other for industrial communication. So I already have my two. I have my RS links running. My virtual adapter. I'll be using RS emulate. I have my two PLCs set up in slot 2 and slot 3. So the first thing we want to do is, so for this first PLC, this produce consume, we'll call this our station 1. So the first thing we want to do is I want to create new tags, the tags that we want to consume and produce, and I'll call it let me call it variables, and it's going to be an array of int, an array of int ton. The scope is produced, consumed, and I'm going to create. So I have an arrays here, um, or I'll just name this. Okay, let me just name this. I'll just name this from, I'll call it variable from PLC 2. Okay, and I'll create another one, new tag, variable to PLC 2. Okay, and this should be a int also, an array of int with 10 elements. So I've done this on the first PLC. I'm also going to do it on the second PLC. And I'll call it variable from PLC 1, also a int. Okay, and I'll create another tag, variable to PLC 1, also a int. So now one thing you need to know in produce and consume tags is that they both have to have the same size of element. So if you have a int here, it has to be the same size in the consumer PLC. So both your producing PLC and your consuming PLC should have the same elements, number of elements. So go to PLC 1 and I'll set up communication. This is slot 3. And I download. Okay, I'll go to second PLC and also download. Okay, so going back to the first PLC. Yeah, so one thing we're gonna do, we're gonna bring up the second PLC in the Ethernet. So you put it in Ethernet network. So you navigate to IA configuration and you so let's put this in, let's go offline and new module. So we're gonna bring up PLC2 here. And since I'm using a Studio 5000 an emulator, I'll just search for emulate. If I think if physical, you have a physical PLC, you just search for the PLC part number and then you bring it up. So I'm going to add this now. It's version 32 and I call it station 2 and it's on slot 2. Okay, I'll bring it up. Right. I do the same for the second PLC. I'm gonna go offline, bring up PLC1 in PLC2 Ethernet network, call it emulate, call it station 1, and it's on slot 3. Okay, so now I have both PLCs on each Ethernet network. I'll go back to consumer tags, and this is variable from PLC2. So the data you are receiving, you are consuming that data. You are consuming that data. So the data you are sending, you are producing. So now we are consuming this data. So variable from PLC2 is like we are consuming it. So we'll go to um, properties, and here under type we are consuming. So variable from PLC2 is consumption. So click on connections. Who is the producer? The producer is station 2. So I'll click on station 2. And what is the remote data? What is the name of the data? So I'll come back to PLC2, and this is to PLC1. So this is the name of the data. So what we are producing from here, from PLC2, we are consuming in PLC1. So the name of the data is this variable to PLC1, and press OK, apply, and press OK. Then for variable to PLC2, we are producing. So we'll go to variable properties, and here type, we'll click on produce and click on connection. So here you don't have too many settings, and this is what we are connecting. Press OK, apply, and press OK. Also in and then you download. Okay. Okay, so we're going to PLC2, and then variable from PLC1, it's we are consuming. So we'll go to properties, click on consume, connection, and it's station one. So station one is the producer. And what's the remote data? Variable to PLC2. So that is the name of the producer data. So this is the name. Press OK. You apply and press OK. Variable to PLC1, it's producing. So click on produce connections, and you can you can also you can specify the maximum number of consumers, whether 2 consumers, 3 consumers. If you have more than one PLC consuming this data, you can specify the number of consumers. So you press OK, apply, OK, and we download. So after downloading, we'll go back to PLC1. This first station, it's on change to run mode. Okay, one run. So variable to PLC2, we're going to send the data from here. We're just going to edit some values, 15 to 65, 889, and then we'll check PLC2 that if this data is appearing in the consuming area. So here, so variable from PLC1. So as you can see, the data we're sending from PLC2 is appearing in PLC1. So now we're going to attempt to send values from PLC1 as a producer, and let's see if it will appear in PLC from PLC2 as a producer, and let's see if it will appear in PLC1. So variable to PLC1. So let's edit 21568. I'm gonna edit this also. 88888. Edit this. This is 97 also, and then let's go back to PLC1. So we're sending from PLC2 as a producer. So let's go to PLC1 and check variable, that's values, the variable values from PLC2. Yes, and we can see that the values are coming from PLC2. So this is how you just do a configuration of producing and consuming tags using Bradley PLCs in Studio 5000. Thank you for watching.